Hey, Dina Wolf here, and we're going to talk a little bit about gems. Now, gems have to do with personalities, and what personalities have to do with you is that when you're building a business, you're going to be dealing with several personalities, right? So what we need to do is identify the personalities that we are, and some of us are going to have one strong one, and some of us are going to have a couple. And then when we're dealing with other people, we can kind of relate and see how those personalities mesh together. That allows you to serve others better, more effectively, and be more conscious of personalities in your business. Okay, so let's go over how that's going to help you. So you all have 4 gems, all right? And those 4 gems are characteristics inside you. So some people have a lot of 2 gems, very little of others, and then but all of us have all 4 at some point or another. So others have quite a bit of each one in them, but then they lead and communicate with one primary gem most of the time. So understanding your own and the gems of those that you interact with is going to be key in helping you communicate the best way possible to make others feel seen and understood. All right. So we're going to go ahead and dive into what those gems are, right? So we're going to start with emeralds. So emeralds tend to see the world in black and white. They love and need facts and figures. And if you're an emerald, you might find yourself being misunderstood quite a bit and having people think you're cold and insensitive, but really you just want to know the bottom line and understand as quickly as possible before you make any decisions. So emeralds love systems and organization. Their systems have systems, and they can get hung up on trying to organize things so much that they never actually move forward or get started on a project because they're wanting everything to be perfectly organized first, okay? So we're gonna see these emeralds as the people who feel like they need to know everything before they get started sharing in doTERRA, right? So emeralds are usually the grammar police. They hate typos, and when people are late, okay, and as an emerald, you can avoid getting stuck by focusing on just one thing at a time and trying to force yourself to finish the learning stage quickly so that you can get started and moving forward. So an emerald's mantra needs to be done is better than perfect, okay? Now, if you can get that playing in your head, you're gonna be way ahead of the game, right? So emeralds are also great organizers, and we can actually learn a lot from the emeralds in our lives for how to be responsible and be timely, be conscious, be organized, and be responsible, right? So if you're working with an emerald, make sure to give them clear steps, expectations, all the info that they need to make their decisions, okay? So this is good too when you have a class or you're sitting down with a one-on-one. We need to make sure that we present all the facts to someone who's emerald. You'll know they're emerald because they'll ask a lot of questions and they'll want to be very detailed, okay? But what about this? But what about that? But how do I use that oil? Okay, those are going to be your emeralds, all right? So emeralds like to do their own research, but you'll gain some bonus points in their eyes if you provide them with all the facts, figures, and results they want to see, right? So now let's talk about rubies. So rubies are competitive, so much so that rubies don't even like to play a game they don't think they can win. All right. Now, if you're a ruby, you probably take family game night way too seriously. Rubies want to be the best at everything. They thrive on it. And if you're a ruby, you're likely consistently striving for your next big goal. Now, rubies want to feel valued for being unique, special, and the best. And rubies like to celebrate their accomplishments and thrive on public recognition. Lots of business owners are rubies because rubies are blessed with extra confidence in their abilities to be the best and are more likely to take the risks needed to actually become better. All right. So rubies can sometimes be too direct, and they can cause hurt feelings sometimes too. So, but they are not necessarily confrontational, just a little distracted by whatever they're working towards. Rubies are exceptionally susceptible to the comparison trap, okay? And they will get very blue if they feel like someone is outperforming them. And as a ruby, your mantra needs to be, comparison is the thief of joy. So rubies can teach us how to go all in for a goal, which is amazing, right? And they can teach us how to be brave and take bigger risks and dive right in and never give up, all right? And as a ruby, you can avoid burnout by narrowing your focus to one thing instead of trying to be the best at everything, right? So as a ruby, you can avoid hurting those you love by working on your communication skills with other gems and working on being more sensitive to how others are feeling around you. Now, if you're working with a ruby, you can impress them by being a sounding board and a great idea generator. So rubies are big dreamers, and they love to talk about and feed into their mindset that they can achieve anything, do anything, and they set their sights on that, actually. And so you can give them public props for their accomplishments and help them stay focused on their goals, not what others are doing. All right. And let's look at sapphires. So sapphires are the life of the party, the jolt of the energy in the room, right? The party doesn't start until the sapphire walks in the room. And the sapphires are primarily motivated by a good time. So if there's going to be a party, they're there. They want everything in life to be fun, or they don't want to waste their energy on it. Sapphires are positive people and see the best in others. Like rubies, sapphires love recognition, but for slightly different reasons. Okay, so when rubies want to be the best, sapphires just want to be in the limelight. Now, unlike rubies, true sapphires will actually work for recognition more than they will even work for money. Sapphires love human interaction and are social butterflies. They want to be surrounded by people, places, experiences, because they all want to just enjoy life, right? From our sapphire friends, we can actually learn not to take life too seriously and to leave more time for fun. And as a sapphire, you can avoid the pitfalls by understanding that not everyone feels happy-go-lucky and positive like as you do all the time. Sapphires should take care to not come off as uncaring when other gems share their struggles. Because the sapphire's mantra should actually be, eat that frog, meaning that you should make sure to do the important, boring, or unfun tasks first so that you feel free to enjoy the rest of your time. Okay? Now, if you're working with a sapphire, you should remember to shine the limelight their way. Give them a time to shine and value their positive energy contributions to the group. Try to be positive around them because sapphires don't want to waste time on negative. All these gems help enjoy each other. And for pearls, that is their number one motivation. A pearl is not motivated by money, competition, or limelight, but rather they want to feel like they are contributing to a bigger cause themselves. For that reason, many pearls are involved with philanthropy. And they are very involved in organizations, causes, charities, those kinds of things. So pearls actually have very strong conviction. They're thoughtful, patient, and they very much so dislike controversy or conflict. So pearls love discussing their family or those relatives or relationships that are closest to their heart. They value authenticity and trust and have no tolerance for fake friendships. Now, unlike the sapphires who thrive in the joys of meeting new people, pearls value long-rooted relationships. They prefer heart-to-hearts rather than to big social gatherings. The pearls are loyal and they're very trustworthy. They love to serve. They give of themselves. Because of that, they are often overlooked, walked on, and taken advantage of. From pearls, we can actually learn to keep value of keeping our word, serving others, just for the sake of it, right? And also being a loyal friend. Now, if you're a pearl, you can avoid pitfall by being more selective about who you help, okay? by placing clear boundaries in your life, you can learn to say no without the fear of letting others down. Pearls must work on putting themselves first every now and then so they don't get burned out. Pearl's mantra should actually be, it's more loving to say no sometimes. And if you are working with a pearl, be as authentic as possible, because pearls can actually sniff out a fraud very, very easily the second they walk into the room. And they quickly lose trust. And pearls can care less about facts, figures, money, so appeal to their nature by sharing how you can help them or how you've helped others in the past, and celebrate how they give and help others. Okay? Pearls need to feel valued for the work that they do, because it normally gets unnoticed. So which gem are you? And I have another question for you, and you're going to type it in the box below. Which gem is your spouse if you're married? Because it's very interesting to see how opposites attract. Okay, so sapphires and emeralds tend to balance each other out. So you'll see a lot of relationships with sapphires and emeralds together. And it's funny because they do butt heads quite a bit, because one wants to have fun and one's all about the facts. So it's very interesting to find how we're paired and how we match up so uniquely. And so I would love to know which gem you are, which one you resonate with. Now, some of us are going to have two really strong ones, or one strong one and one slightly stronger one. So you can put both of those down, like, you know, mainly a pearl, possibly an emerald, or, you know, whatever. So I would love to hear about those, and also invite you, there is a 74-minute video if you have time to watch, because it is an amazing video that Dani Johnson does, where she talks more about these pearls and what they are in relation to you and your spiritual gifts. Okay, this is just a little slight touch on it, but it goes far more into detail, and this will serve you tremendously in your business. I've just barely learned about this and implemented it in the last probably about 6 months, and oh my goodness, it's made a huge difference. So I can identify right away, oh, this person's an emerald. Okay, let me send them all the facts. Okay, this person is a sapphire. They just want to have fun. They just want to know how they can do blah, 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 blah. So it will serve you tremendously in your business and in your life, with all the people and relationships that we deal with on a daily basis. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for stopping by.